Am I a bad student? If you're anything like me, you've probably asked yourself that question a few times now, having stayed up all night to study for a midterm the next day, because though you had all week to study for it, you left it to the very last minute. I know so many people that have done this, but I'm here today to argue that no, you're not a bad student. And in fact, I'm here to argue that there are no such a thing as bad students. Hey guys, I'm Showman, I'm here to challenge the way you think. And today I want to tackle this epidemic of bad students because there are too many memes and jokes and people proclaiming very proudly that they are a bad student. Even my professors joke about the fact that even though it's due in 2 weeks, I'll see you guys the night before because they know we're not going to get it started. This is so prevalent that I only really know a very small handful of people who don't do this. I do this, you probably do this, you probably know a lot of people that have done this, and most of us have asked this question again and again and again of, am I a bad student? Going so far as to even be kind of down on yourself about it, because though we joke about it, but jokes are kind of half-truths. And so many people question this thing, whether or not they are bad students. Mostly because it's not a very positive view of yourself if you view yourself as a bad student. You're not exactly gonna magically get better because now you've kind of fallen into this trap. This trap of being a bad student, and so you don't have to study. And so let's cut to the chase. What are you if not a bad student? Well, you're not a bad student, you're an uninterested student. And I think that's a huge distinction to make. What do I mean by that? I mean that I'm sure we all have those few things that you know way too much about, be it hockey or football or Fortnite or clocks or ancient coins or what have you, and some of this you could probably write a book on. Most of you could probably write a book on your favorite sports team because you know so many, all the trades, all the goals, all the matches. You could basically recite their last 10 years from heart right now. And that's technically hard knowledge. There is not a lot of difference between, say, knowing a lot about coins and knowing a lot about the mitochondria. Both of them involve mostly memorization and a little bit of conceptual stuff of, say, how coins are minted or what the mitochondria is used for. And I think there are so many people that put themselves down for being a bad student, even though they just don't care. And it's kind of a shitty thing to say, but ultimately, I feel like most students in school right now really don't care about the thing that they're studying. And I think this needs to be talked about a lot more because, again, it's basically an epidemic because I know so many people that are in that boat, myself included. So that's all well and good, Shoma. I'm an unmotivated student, not a bad student, but what's the point? Where is the use here? And I think that is a very good question. It's this redefinition of the problem that I think will help us solve it, because now we can tackle an unmotivated student. The first step, and I think the most controversial step, is just to stop doing the thing you're unmotivated to do. Clearly, if it was so beneficial to you, you'd have a little more motivation to do it. Now, I get it, people can't really drop out of school or drop out of work or what have you, but it is a good thing to consider. Just considering the fact that, oh, what else could I do if not school? And I think this is a very good consideration, and I've seen some really beneficial things that come out of it, because ultimately, if it's gonna be useless, why do it? But I get it, most people can't drop out of school, and I'm not doing that either. So I found some other solutions to this. The second thing, and I think this is the most important step in solving this unmotivated student issue, is to subscribe to my channel and like this video and tell me what you think in the comments down below. Am I helping you? Is this useful? Is this obvious information? I want to know because I want to give you guys what you want. The third thing, and this kind of ties into the first thing as well, is if you're unmotivated to do something, find a way to motivate yourself. Instead of framing your problem in terms of, oh, I'm a bad student, oh, I'm just gonna procrastinate and study, realize that when you're motivated to do something, it's significantly harder to do, and find a way to actually motivate yourself. I found that when I frame my classes in such a way where I really emphasize the benefits that I'm gonna get out of that class, even though there might not really be much, but if I just kind of trick myself into thinking that, oh, well, this class is gonna be super useful because of this and this and this, and every time I'm about to go study, I hype myself up. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna learn about such and such. Oh man, I'm gonna learn about this today and it's gonna be great and it's gonna be life-changing and it's gonna be revolutionary. Is it gonna be revolutionary? Absolutely not. However, it helps me to actually sit down and study, because I find that when I come from the frame or the mindset of, oh, this is terrible and I hate this and this is useless and I'm not gonna do anything, well, suddenly it's really easy to quit and to watch a show on Netflix than it is to actually sit down and study, and hence the procrastination problem. But instead, if you sit down and you tell yourself, hey, this is gonna be great, because frankly, all the students that I see that are good students, the students that actually study, the students that are motivated, those people all have this as an end goal. They're all excited to kind of get to their end goal and to learn about the subject. That's why so often people in their 40s and 50s that are my classmates, so sitting with 20-somethings, are way more motivated. It's because this is what they decided to do, not kind of the continuation of school or my parents told me to. That is why they do so much more studying. And that is what I suggest you guys do. Reframe the problem. Reimagine the problem from, oh, this is a drag, I don't want to do this, to figuring out all the benefits. And I suggest actually writing it down. Write down all of the ways that your classes, or frankly your work, can benefit you. And be excited. Even if it's a false excitement, even if you literally just go like this and say, woohoo, I'm about to study, that in itself will go a long way, trust me. Just try that next time. Just say, oh my god, I'm gonna study, I'm gonna learn so much. You're gonna be a lot more motivated, even if you don't feel motivated at the time. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Again, please like and subscribe and tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. It really would mean a lot to me, and I'll see you guys next time.